So, I'm on the subject of batteries now, and what are the obvious signs of possibly needing a new battery? Well, you may notice that the car is has trouble starting. Maybe it's sluggish at starting. That's one. Uh, Another one is it. You may be required to get a jump start just about every time you need to get the vehicle started. That's what many people notice about a bad battery is that you require a jump start every time. Uh, Now the common clicking sound that you might hear when trying to start your vehicle, that's a common misleading sound for having a bad battery. That can be simply bad connections anywhere between the battery and the starter. Uh, when it comes to protecting your terminals and posts from corrosion, which is usually the most most critical area to accumulate corrosion, is around the battery connections. Uh, that's It's very important to keep the terminals themselves clean with some sort of battery cleaner, mixture of baking soda and water, uh, to help ensure that nothing gets in between there and causes resistance, which is then noticed by the that click 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 click, the clicking sound you hear when you're trying to start your vehicle one day, especially on a moist day, humid day. Uh, Also, what I notice is common that misleads people is how the charging system can mislead people to think that they have a bad battery, even if the battery is only 3 months old, or a couple of days old. Uh, if the charging system has failed or is in the process or is getting weak in some sort of way, which they can intermittently function fine and then one day it doesn't. Uh, that robs the battery of its power to the point where it gets so low that it can't start the vehicle. That can be very misleading to thinking your battery's bad. Um, but when it comes to batteries uh, and whether or not they're bad, being bad and a battery being dead is two different things. Uh, Dead is where you have a low voltage or no voltage in the battery, and bad is where it can have a full charge but not be able to take a load from anything electrical, such as your starter, or anything else electrical in the vehicle. Simple test for a battery that you can do if you don't have if you maybe don't have the equipment, something you can use on your car as your headlights. And what you would do is simply, after the car's been running for some period of time, just try to turn your headlights on. And if your headlights are dim after a period of running the vehicle, that could be a good indicator of the battery. However, it's always good to get it tested, but that can be some sort of a guide as if your battery is actually taking a charge from the charging system. Other than that, make sure that you're getting the highest quality battery out there, especially if you plan to keep the vehicle for at least 3 or 4 more years. Um, but you can buy cheap, and you will get cheap if you don't spend enough money on them. The quality and uh, the amount of liquids in the battery has a significant difference as far as how much voltage the battery can handle for a specific amount of time, which is usually known as a reserve capacity. Um, you can think of it probably as a tank of water, and uh, the cheaper batteries may only be able to hold maybe uh, a gallon of water versus a better battery holding maybe 4 gallons of water. It's going to take longer to drain that water out of the tank um, at the same rate of should I say, if you're draining that tank of water at the same rate, two different ones, the one with large capacity is going to take longer to run out. If you have a failed charging system, this comes in handy because sometimes you can probably get away with running the vehicle longer. And other than that, just be careful when you think you have a bad battery, because you may not. It's very common to have a failed charging system instead of a bad battery. Keep that in mind, and have fun shopping for a good battery.